Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in. And let's start off with this tweet here from Wall Street Silver. So we do see the Great Roman Circus. While the country is suffering from 88% inflation, all focus is on the World Cup. Sports and entertainment are a beautiful distraction while the government destroys the kids' futures. And you know what's crazy about this? I just seen a post recently, and it was talking about the price of, food, gas, things that you really need. And it compared those prices with the price of a TV. Guess which one is extremely, extremely cheap right now? That's right. A TV. See, the thing is that anything to distract you is going to be cheap during this time. They are trying to distract you. They are trying to distract you away from everything that is happening around the world. More specifically, what I do want you all to pay attention to, and probably the biggest thing to pay attention to, isn't what's happening around the economy. All right? Now listen. Most people will pay attention to what BlackRock says. All right, the biggest collapse in history is going to happen. And don't get me wrong, I do believe that a massive recession is on its way. But that is after, in my opinion, the Wave 5 happens. Now, this is going to not only make a ton of individuals extremely wealthy, but it is going to change lives. And I focused on this many times in the past. A Wave 5 is missing out of most of this market. And what we are seeing right now around the world is a very predictable situation. Anyone right now can predict a massive crash is coming, but nobody knows exactly when. That's why yesterday I said prepare for both scenarios, because I am positioned for a massive move in the market or a massive crash. But yes, they are trying to distract us. They are trying to distract you guys away from things happening around the world. And more so, one of the bigger agendas that I tend to focus on this channel is what's happening around the monetary system. So we do see here, just in cryptocurrency, mass adoption will eventually lead to its use as a means of payment. It's impossible to stop this. Bank of Russia Deputy Governor. And we do see, yeah, as someone who runs a business, there's nothing I want more than a currency which is exceptional, volatile, and takes 30 minutes to process. Sounds great. And the issue here is there are cryptos that take 2 seconds to send. Bitcoin is 100% old technology. See, the thing is that everyone's stuck in this box of thinking around crypto. All right, yeah, sure. Why would I adopt Bitcoin? Why would I adopt Ethereum? Blah, blah, blah. Like, everyone always thinks of those two assets. But crypto is much bigger than those two assets. And in fact, I would argue that there's a lot of major projects in this space that are disrupting key initiatives that will lead to the next major revolution around technology and payments itself. And that is going to be DLT technology like Hedera, like XRP, and many other ones like QNT that I talk about. So there's so much happening around the space and everyone's stuck in this box. And I do believe that cryptocurrency is going to get to the point of, becoming so big that it will become not only a means of payment, but the main means of payment. Now, how does that happen? Well, let's talk about a few things happening right now, specifically around CBDCs. So there is going to be an event. This is eBlockchainCon, where Anthony Welfare, who is the global blockchain leader, he is the CBDC advisor for Ripple. He's been in blockchain around since like 2017. And this is going to be the European Blockchain Convention. And he will be taken and talking about all things Ripple CBDC and their latest progress. 2023 is going to be a big year for CBDCs and stablecoin projects. And yeah, I do think that this is going to be a big one. This will be happening on February 15th to the 17th. It honestly looks like 2023 is going to be very interesting. We do see down here, he is one of the leading experts in the commercial blockchain space with significant practical experience working with leading global organizations in developing strategies and implementing enterprise and business blockchain solutions. And again, that's why he has been like a global blockchain leader since 2017. And he is a CBDC advisor at Ripple with the XRP ledger as well. Very, very exciting stuff. It is only a matter of time before these events lead to major innovations happening around the monetary system, and I do believe that it will happen through DLT technology like the XRP ledger. And here is another post from Anthony Welfare. Actually, the financial system is inefficient for our needs today and not ready for Web3. However, a CBDC based on the XRP ledger is built to help drive innovation in the payment system. Listen closely to this 28-second long clip, and then I will talk to you guys a little bit about it after.
A globally connected world. And also we work in different countries and send money back to family, friends. If you look at the financial system as a whole, it's fairly inefficient for what we do today. And it's really not really fit for purpose for the next generation and especially for Web3 and the future next. So ultimately what we see is the CBDC enabling all the innovation that's going to happen around Web3 globally.
And I do believe that as we look at our financial system and we look at things happening around our financial system, we are at that point, that inflection point of the next major step to go beyond the means of, okay, yeah, let's do some internal upgrades. No, we are going to see an entire systemic upgrade behind the financial system that will be centered on DLT. And we're starting to see that evolution happen from some of the biggest players around the financial system. For an example, Swift. We do see here we're helping to prepare central bank digital currencies future. We recently ran a set of groundbreaking experiments that paved the way for use of the CBDCs across borders. Now, as we do see Anthony Welfare talking about the XRP ledger, specifically around CBDCs with what Ripple is doing, I want to share with you guys the 5 key takeaways that Swift has seen from their groundbreaking experiments. And this got posted back in November 24th. So we do see we're laying the foundations for global payments using CBDCs. Find out how. And they do talk about a few things here. One of the biggest ones is interoperability and collaboration will be crucial to the success of them. And they want to integrate seamlessly with existing payment systems, which we talked about. Quant is doing some huge things within that area, but also across borders. They want to allow this to, work across borders. What is the best way to settle to CBDCs? XRP. It's the perfect bridge currency for this. And we do see that according to Atlantic Council, 9 in 10 central banks worldwide are now exploring CBDCs, covering economies that amount for more than 95% of the global GDP. Like, this is extremely huge. And things are happening pretty quick. So we do see the landscape could become fragmented globally, so they need to focus on interoperability. That's why they're talking about digital islands. And they also look at seamless and frictionless. So they want it to be as seamless and frictionless as possible. And then here we have our experiments demonstrated that it's possible to connect disparate CBDCs to achieve successful cross-border transactions between different DLT-based CBDC systems with established payment infrastructure. Again, these will all be DLT backed. Like, CBDCs will be based on DLT systems, which is incredible. I mean, like, this is really giving us an insight on what's happening. And then down here, simplicity is necessary to scaling global CBDC transactions as well. That's why that's where ISO 20022 comes into place. This standard will not only ensure transactions are extremely transparent, but it will also change the way that data works. It will be it will almost be that seamless, frictionless sort of messaging data, but you still have the you still have the problem area of having something in the middle being that bridge currency, which, like I said, this will allow for interoperability to be achieved. This will also allow for the system to not only be frictionless, but it will also maintain extremely strong. And I would say it's probably going to innovate further beyond the means of what we see right now around our systems. But it's going to allow for 100% certainty around settlement. That's the biggest problem right now around Swift, is that you do see a 6% failure rate, and having something that will be in the middle, that bridge currency, allowing for settlement to be possible in an instantaneous time frame, which could be, seconds, or it could be even instant, is going to be a big game changer. But yeah, that's why when we look at this, it is going to be pretty large, where they are talking about like here we have, over time, we also aim to integrate our CBDC solution into Swift's current suite of products and services that are used by our 11,000 plus members every day to make sure that their cross-border payments are fast, secure, transparent, and compliant. So when we look at this, like, this is going to be a big game changer if we do have something like the XRP Ledger plug and played into this aspect. Very similar to what Anthony Welfare is talking about. That's why I do think that everyone should pay attention to this date and really listen in. Because if we do have something where, XRP is the bridge currency for all these CBDCs, which that's what Ripple is aiming for, that's their end goal, is to have XRP at the forefront of all these CBDCs, this is going to be huge. So it's very exciting, and you could definitely see things getting, prepared. I think one of the biggest announcements was the BIS, and we even do see, like, in 2023, 2024, Basel Committee will assess bank-related developments in crypto asset markets, including the implementation of its prudential treatment of banks' crypto asset exposures, and analyze the role of banks as issuers of stablecoins and custodians of crypto. So they want the banks to not only issue out stablecoins, but they also want them to be custodying crypto as well. So when we look at this, I look at the cheat sheet happening around a lot of these assets. So here is a post made by XX_. You guys already know his name. I don't need to really kind of say his whole name. But here we have all of the assets that, in my opinion, are very, very valuable. I don't hold all of these. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't have any exposure to DAG anymore, DAG, and I don't have any exposure to IOTA, but I do have exposure to Casper, Algo, Quant, LCX, HBAR, XDC, XLM, and even XRP, with Casper being my number one holding, HBAR coming in second, and I believe XRP, then QNT, and then the rest, are a little bit more down the list. But all of these, in my opinion, are going to play a vital role in the next evolution of our financial system. And you could see what their main goal is under here. Like, this all pretty much describes everything happening around these assets, and we even do see around Ripple with XRP, agnostic exchange token for institutional value and cross-border payment settlement, on-demand liquidity plus Turing complete. And yeah, I think that all of these have their own specific use case that are going to not only change the way everything works around finance, around payments, but also around everyday life. Things are moving, things are happening very quick. I've talked about this many times in the last, couple weeks. I kept telling you guys, like, things are moving very, very fast around crypto, and everyone's like, dude, what are you talking about? The prices are still dropping. Like, don't look at the prices right now. I know that sounds crazy to you guys, but, like, when we look at the prices of all of these assets, we are in a bear market. Prices are going to change. This is like the most volatile stage in crypto. I know that a lot of people will say, no, it's when things start to pump. Dude, if you're early in a bear market, you are first off, you are on your way to the top. But the best part about being in the bear market is that you're in it at the most critical time possible. And yes, it is very volatile during these times, because you'll see assets being pumped massively by manipulation, and then all of a sudden you'll see a massive collapse. We have recently seen that with a few assets going back to just the summertime to now. But also, when we look at the prices currently in this market, we know that a lot of these assets that are labeled over here are extremely undervalued, right? I'm accumulating a lot of these assets now because I understand that long term, these buys that I have set up, these buy orders that I have in place, they are going to change the way everything works. And not only that, but long term, the value from here on out could be substantially higher, and the ROI could be absolutely life-changing. And I focus on the long term here. I don't focus on, okay, what is one XRP worth right now? To me, one XRP equals one XRP. Like, that's the way that I look at it. Until there is a full-on value on XRP where I feel confident enough that, okay, yeah, I think that's valued at that price, then I will say, okay, 1 XRP equals this. But until then, 1 XRP equals 1 XRP. Even at $3.84 or even at the recent high of $2. Again, I don't care about those price figures. I know that XRP will be substantially higher, but what we really need to focus on right now is things happening around crypto, because mainstream media will tell you crypto is garbage, crypto's this, crypto's that, crypto's never coming back. While we are seeing clear adoption, the BIS, SWIFT, what are they always mentioning? That's right. DLT technology being at the core front of all of this. Like, this is a big game changer, whether you like it or not. You need to focus on what's happening around this technology. It is being adopted in, it is being talked about, it is being discussed, it is being prepped for the next major rollout of the future financial system. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this before. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.